Born in 1956, Mae Jemison was interested in science from an early age. Mae earned her chemical engineering degree from Stanford University and later a doctoral degree in medicine from Cornell. She practiced medicine and also joined the Peace Corps. Making a career change, Mae decided to pursue her dream by becoming the first African American female accepted in NASA's astronaut training program in 1987. She then broke the ultimate barrier, becoming the first African American female in space in 1992 at the Kennedy Space Center. Born on October 17, 1956 in Decatur, Alabama, Mae would stare up at the stars, imagining herself going up there. She would spend a considerable amount of time in the library reading books about science, especially ones about astronomy. Mae was the youngest child of Charles and Dorothy Jemison. Her parents were very supportive of her talents and abilities. They also put such an emphasis on the pursuit of quality education that they uprooted their entire family and relocated to Chicago in this pursuit. Her father, Charlie Jemison, was a roofer, and Mae says he was a playful but stern father. Her mother, Dorothy Green Jemison, would take care of her kids in their early years. When they were all in school, she found jobs cleaning houses in Alabama. In Chicago, though, Dorothy had more opportunities, so she finished college, earning her master's degree. The job opportunities were also better, so she became a teacher and took on writing. Her brother, Ricky Jemison, was the second oldest and was about 3 years older than Mae. He later became a real estate broker. Her sister, Ada Sue Jemison Bullock, is the oldest and was about 4 years older than Mae. She later became a child psychiatrist. After moving to Chicago, the Jemisons had all received better education and job opportunities. In Chicago, Mae attended Morgan Park High School, graduating in 1973 as a constant honor student. She then attended Stanford University off of a National Achievement Scholarship. There, she participated in extracurricular activities, including dance and theater. She also became the head of the Black Student Union. Mae then graduated from Stanford in 1977, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering and also a Bachelor of Arts degree in African American Studies. Later, she entered Weill Cornell University Medical College. She wanted to expand her boundaries, and so she studied Cuba and Kenya. She also worked at a Cambodian refugee camp in Thailand. During her time at the college, she interned at the Los Angeles County University Medical Center. Mae then graduated from CUMC in 1981, earning her doctorate in medicine. After college, Mae later worked as a general practitioner. Then, for 2.5 years, Mae was in the Peace Corps, serving as the Area Peace Corps Medical Officer for Sierra Leone and Liberia. There, she taught and did medical research. On her journeys, she also picked up languages like Japanese, Russian, and Swahili. Then, after returning to the United States, Mae decided she was going to pursue her childhood dream. She was going to become an astronaut. Mae then applied for NASA in the October of 1985, but the unfortunate event of the Challenger disaster in the January of 1986 delayed the selection process. Because of this, Mae applied again the next year. She was one out of 2,000 people who applied for this training program. After all this, she became one out of the 15 candidates accepted into NASA's astronaut training program in 1987, also becoming the first African American female accepted into NASA's astronaut training program. Mae trained at the training program for a year before entering space. Her position on the team was a science mission specialist. This role makes her responsible for conducting crew-led scientific experiments on the space shuttle. Then, on September 12, 1992, Mae and her 6 other teammates set out for space on the Space Shuttle Endeavour on mission STS-47. The team spent about 8 days or 190 hours in space, orbiting the Earth 126 times before returning back to Earth. During her time in space, Mae conducted 43 experiments about weightlessness, motion sickness, and other scientific topics on the crew and herself. After these 8 days, the Endeavour landed at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida on September 20th. After a little bit more time at NASA, after her mission to space, Mae left NASA in March of 1993. Mae's marvelous act had a great impact on how people thought towards others. People now know that anyone can accomplish anything they put their minds to. And this was all because Mae Jemison didn't stop to listen to other people's thoughts. She wanted to go to space, and so she did. At the annual Biomedical Research Conference for minority students in November 2009, Mae said, "Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations." Mae showed this through her life journey. This is why she is such an inspiration. She is not afraid to speak up for what she thinks. If she thinks it's possible, she will try her hardest to accomplish it. This attitude of hers started when she was very young. In kindergarten, Mae told her teacher she wanted to become a scientist. Her teacher didn't agree with that, and so she said, "Don't you mean a nurse?" Mae said, "No, a scientist." This shows Mae's determination was very strong at a very young age, adding on to why Mae accomplished so much. Without Mae's amazing accomplishments, many people wouldn't be as determined as they are. This is because Mae stood up for what's right. She knew that if she tried, she can prove everyone wrong. She can go to space. Mae's amazing act still today gives inspiration to all. This is because she knew she was going to go to space one day. She also didn't realize she was going to break a barrier by going to space the day she did. This is why Mae was so great. She was so humble, and she just wanted to live her dream. That's why she was such a good person. This is what a barrier breaker looks like. You shouldn't give up on something you've worked for and dreamed of just because you ran into a challenge. You just push through and work as hard as you possibly can. You do this and you've accomplished your goal. That's how Mae did it. She worked for it. Her bravery, intelligence, and loving heart all played a role in her achievements. These are the reasons why Mae was so accomplished throughout her life. But the main ingredient in Mae's life was that she never gave up.